Oh, hey, here we go fighting crabs, go! I glanced at my friend Mindy McMahon out of the corner of my eye and she smiled back. We were having one of those moments, one of those perfect moments when you just know that everything is coming together. The crowd was totally psyched. The squad was on. Even the weather felt like football. It was a cool night for South Florida. We had topped out at 60 degrees. I know, shiver. But because it was chilly by sand dune standards, we had finally been allowed to wear our little mock turtlenecks under our cheerleading vests. Honestly, we had been looking forward to this all season. Meanwhile, on the football field behind us, the Sand Dune High School Fighting Crabs were taking on the West Wind Dolphins in the county championship game. It was the rematch of the century. Well, okay, the decade. Okay, maybe the month, but still, it was huge. You could taste the tension in the air, or was that just the overboiled hot dog smell coming from West Wind's snack bar? We finished the cheer and turned to watch the action. Instinctively, my eyes darted to the game clock. The last time we played against the Dolphins, our arch rivals, we had lost because of a mess-up by the officials involving the clock. Apparently, they didn't know how to tell time. If anything went wrong tonight, this crowd was going to be grilling referee meat on the barbecue and serving it up for breakfast. Okay, that was gross. But people were really pissed off. Still, even though the travesty had occurred weeks ago. After all, the total injustice of what happened at the game spurred our football players and cheerleaders to go out and vandalize West Wind High as a finale to our week-long prank war, an act that had landed all of us in jail. Yes, even me, even though Mindy, Daniel Healy, and I actually hadn't participated in any destruction and we had been trying to sneak out of there, the 5-0 nabbed us and tossed us in the big house. Sorry, I hardly ever get to use words like that. But suffice it to say, we all wanted to beat West Wind now, fair and square. We all wanted it big time. We have to get the ball back, Chandra Albaum, one of my teammates and friends, said in my ear, her voice as gravelly as ever. Her curly blonde hair danced around her face as a cool wind kicked up around us. We have to get the ball back now. She was right. There was a minute left in the game. We were down by 3 points. The defense had to stop West Wind on the next play or it was over. I looked down the track at the rest of the squad, lined up like sentries, their little blonde heads all in a row. I, Annisa Gabrowski, was the sole brunette on the Sand Dune High School varsity cheerleading squad. Well, the sole brunette who hadn't fallen victim to the peroxide fetish that abounds around here. Everyone stood with their feet apart, their hands behind their backs, holding their light blue and yellow palms. Everyone looked tense, especially Tara Timothy, captain of the squad, our fearless, air quote, leader. Tara was the only cheerleader breaking formation, totally bizarre for a stickler like her, but it had been happening a lot lately. She clutched both palms in one hand behind her back and with her other hand reached up and rubbed the tatty blue ribbon that was wrapped around her long blonde ponytail. Her lucky hair ribbon, as she was constantly reminding us. I glanced down at her feet and grimaced. The elastic in her lucky socks was all stretched out, and the formerly white cotton had taken on a gray tinge. This girl was falling apart. The whistle blew out on the field. Time out. I glanced at Chandra and Mindy. Right about now, Tara should be calling a cheer. Instead, she was just rubbing her ribbon harder. Tara? Jamie Mulholland prompted. Jamie was one of the juniors on the squad, and she was next to Tara in the formation. What? Tara snapped, coming out of her trance. We should be doing a cheer, right? 'Cause it's a timeout. Jamie twirled her thick blonde ponytail nervously. I mean, if you think we should. Tara glanced around as if she was just now realizing where she was. Defense, get tough, she shouted, turning towards the crowd. Ready? Okay, we all shouted. We executed the cheer, which ended with me and a couple of other girls up in double bass extensions. I shook my palms as the crowd applauded, then dismounted into Mindy, Chandra, and Autumn's arms.